Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 27th. Let's see what comes up for you this week of the 27th. Really no surprise on your first card, but let's keep going before I say anything. And so this week, you start off with the Five of Clubs. Like I said, no surprise here. This is the card that represents needing to take a risk. I think Capricorns need to take a risk. I've said it 100 times in the past for Capricorn. The problem is that I feel like Capricorns feel like that, they've been punished for taking risks in the past. So I think there's a lot of, hesitation when it comes to taking a risk or needing to take a risk. This could be in all areas, whether it's like, whether talking to somebody you want to start a relationship with, or starting a business, or, starting a new job, going back to school, all these things. I think there's like a lot of questions that are popping up in your head around that. And, a lot of questions about wanting to do those things and not being sure. The good news is with this card, it is a card of action, and it is a card that, I call it the card of the adventurer. It's a card of like going off on a new adventure and starting some sort of new adventure. So I think that you will be doing it this week. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, the card of victory and overcoming obstacles. So again, just kind of like furthering that thought of, getting over some difficulties and getting over some struggles. I would say that becoming more structured would be a good idea for you at this time, especially with just some of the cards. You have Nine of Clubs, you have this card, you have the Five of Clubs. I think that having just a loose structure would be a good idea for you at this time, like a loose work structure type of deal where you say, like, I'm going to work on my business this many hours a day, or, at this time of day, then I'm going to do other things. And, I think that will help you kind of move through things a lot faster. This is a card of changes and making changes, so it's a really good card to have. Next, you have the Nine of Clubs, card of recognition and achievement. I think that, the thing is, I'll back up and I'll say this a little bit. A lot of the times this card comes up and people will write in the comments like, oh, I didn't achieve anything. I didn't reach a goal or anything. And I always ask those people, well, what did you do? And they say, well, nothing. And that's the problem. You have to the cards, I constantly try to stress this, that the cards, they cannot make anything happen in your life. They have no control over your life whatsoever. So you have to be the one to take advantage of these opportunities. Nine of Clubs just represents a bunch of chances to stand out, a bunch of chances to be recognized. The example I always use is that it's like if you have a YouTube channel and you get the Nine of Clubs, I always tell people who have YouTube channels and get the Nine of Clubs, create as many videos as you possibly can this week, because with the Nine of Clubs, it says, hey, you have a bunch of chances to stand out, to be recognized, to have something happen, but you have to create those chances. You have to create those opportunities. So Nine of Clubs, amazing card, but no matter what it is that you do, you have to be the one to kind of like create those opportunities for yourself. So work extra hard this week. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds. It simply says, if something's not working, try a different way. Try something else. It's a card that I say is about trying something new. Trying something different. It's also a card that says if you're involved in anything legal, make sure to double check all paperwork this week. This card can represent issues with paperwork, having problems with paperwork, so make sure to double check. Again, it's just a warning card. It just says don't allow something bad to happen if you're involved in something legal. Next, you have the Five of Diamonds. Definitely a yes card for me. It's a card that I say is like kind of like yes to whatever you're feeling. If you are feeling like you need to start a business, do it. If you're feeling like you need to start a relationship, do it. This is a card that says you need to get started. And I always say this is like a kickstart type of card. It gives you a little bit of extra energy with anything that you want to start. So it kind of really is very good for starting anything new. It's also a great card for selling things. If you're looking to sell a car, if you're looking to exchange a car, even if you're looking to go in and like trade in your car or something like that for something new, this is a great card for that. You could find yourself getting like a little bit extra. Also a great card for settlements. If you're involved in any like legal settlements or anything like that, you could be very pleasantly surprised with this card. And finally, you have the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs is all about becoming an authority, wanting to be an authority in some sort of field, and working very hard to do that. Again, I think it's this to you. Last week, or in your March monthly readings. I can't remember which, but Capricorns, I think, need to work on becoming like super focused at whatever it is that they do. And you know, the example I always say is, you know, you don't want to just become a doctor with this card. This card's about becoming a, you know, a specialist, becoming a plastic surgeon who only works on noses or something like that, being super specialized. If you notice, the most successful people on earth are, you know, in their given field, are all specialists. They all specialize in one field, and they get super narrow at what they do, and allows them to become the best at whatever it is they do. And that's what the Queen of Clubs represents becoming the authority, becoming the person who is recognized for something. So you definitely have that chance this week. But anyway, looks like a great week. Thank you for watching, and enjoy it.